the string disconnected itself when I stopped one application from showing up for me. So I don't know why, but okay, we're back, and that's what's important, I guess. And continuing, grounding is something which is very, very important, which is also helping in general, and it is also okay. Do you see me or you don't see me? Okay, I guess you see me. Okay, so back to the topic of the grounding. Grounding is something which is very, very important, and it helping you also deals with the emotions, because we often have so many emotions which are affecting us. Sometimes we are getting depressive, we are getting very dark in our emotions, and this is where the grounding can really help you. So if you need help with that energy, that water energy which is called with the emotions, then grounding is the perfect opportunity for you to actually do that and help yourself. So grounding can be done on several ways. There is one technique which is very, very popular everywhere, but it's also a technique I wouldn't be suggesting of using, and I will explain in a moment why. In general, it's very simple. You're visualizing, during the meditation, you are visualizing roots coming from the root chakra and connecting you with the heart of the earth. And that is working. Yes, that is working well. But on the same time, you need to remember one thing. The earth is currently in a very, very dark state. You can see what is happening on our planet, how we're destroying the earth, how we're pushing it and affecting it negatively. And now imagine that every person which is grounding is trying to take out the positive energy and pushing the negative energy in. And we're not cleansing the earth. No one is cleansing the earth except Gaia and fairies, and yeah, they can only transmute as much. So once there is too much of the negative energy, the Gaia will simply give out this negative energy instead of the positive one, because yeah, you can only transmute as much energy as you can. There's always a limit, like for everything. So this is not suggested one which I was told by the fairies I was working with, for two reasons. One, because Gaia will give you out more negative energy instead of helping you, most likely. And two, because you are actually hurting Gaia by simply pushing this energy, this negative energy into her. Like, you're just throwing this negative energy you have into somebody else and forcing them to deal with that. That's not something we want to do, right? So instead, I was given another exercise which is very, very simple. You're taking a stone. Find a stone, one little stone. Doesn't matter how big it is, it doesn't matter what actually this stone is or something. It can be anything. A little stone. This is all you need. You can, I was suggesting to do that with the stone, but in general you could be also using it with something like that, like a little piece of wood. But stones work better because they are more stronger energetically than the pieces of wood. But stones are also helping you, especially the gemstones, to balance the energy, and they can work like some sort of an energy magazine. So if you have too much energy, the stones take it out into themselves and hide, and if you have too little energy, they give it back. So the stone is automatically helping you to balance and bring this energy into yourself. You might notice here there are little stones. This is something I am using for balancing chakras, literally. It's made from the resin, but there are little stones over here, so the stones are touching the chakras because they are balancing it naturally. The same way you can hold even a little piece like that of the stone and simply let it collect the energy. You need to always remember that little stone have little storage, but if you want to storage energy, of course, the bigger the better. But usually my stones are some size like that. This is not a stone, obviously, but I don't see here any stone around, I guess. I need to look. No, 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 I'm not going to just simply destroy my altar, sorry. But you might notice that there are many stones in general, and you can hold them. And what you are doing with the stone, you are holding the stone and you are simply letting it balance you. Instead of connecting with the Gaia and the heart of the Gaia, you are using the stone as an anchor for you. So you are growing these roots, but into the stone and collecting with the energy there, connecting with the energy given by Gaia, because you need to remember that the stones in general are connected with the earth and the Gaia because Gaia made them. So these are a little pieces of Gaia which are not they are having the energy of the Gaia, but they are separated from her. So if you're rooting yourself with this stone, you are not affecting Gaia directly, but you are again balancing yourself and grounding yourself. So that's the very important task here. And on the same time, you can always purify your stone. So when it's a full moon, you might be simply using your energy and the moon energy in order to balance your stone, balance everything what is happening, and then simply connect with it. So cleansing it once on the month and then purifying the energy, and you're finished. You can use the stone as many times as you want, you can use it as much as you want, and that's also what is helping you and the Gaia herself, because you are not directly affecting Gaia, but you are still growing and you are still being grounded correctly. This is one of the techniques. The other way to actually balance yourself like that and ground is simply meditating with the energy of the earth and the earth element. And for that, personally, I will be suggesting playing some sort of a forest music. If you can, of course, meditate with the music, because not everyone is actually doing it or liking it. Grim Reaper, yes, before you're doing anything with a stone, you need to purify it. But this is, I suppose, is some sort of a basic that whatever you're getting, like even like pieces like that, before starting doing anything with them, you need to cleanse them and purify them. So the same is happening with the stones, and then you're grounding yourself, and then when the month is over, you're again purifying it to collect to cleanse this negative energy you are collecting in the stone, and simply balancing it out, and then you're just repeating it. Yes, but I mean that you are grounding yourself and purifying the stone after, because you don't have to purify the stone every single time. You're just simply purifying it once in a while to be sure that it's correct energy and it's not collecting too much the negative energy. You don't have to do that every single time. You can, of course, if you want to. No one is gonna tell you otherwise. It's very simple, really, and that might be something useful, yes, but it's not needed every single time. You can if you want to, that's fine. And before you're grounding yourself, yes, you might be working on the cleansing too, but it depends. For example, personally, when I am getting into a very depressive mood and very negative mood, last thing I want to do is actually meditation or purifying myself or doing anything. Holding a stone in my hand is simple like it is, even when I am watching a movie, and then is making its own magic. Something I personally love to do with the grounding is also another form of a meditation, but I will get into that. If you're playing this music, you are simply closing your eyes and letting the music flow. So music is helping you to visualize the earth element. You might be visualizing also yourself with the energy of the earth element and simply trying to connect. Anki, Discord doesn't work for me actually. It's like loading and doesn't want to load at all. But if you just yes, but I don't remember the comment for that. Yeah, you can roll. You can roll one for now, and I will just do the other giveaway in a second, as I will be talking about the grounding still. And if you're visualizing the earth element, you can also try to visualize the earth or a mountain or something like that surrounding you. You can even try to visualize yourself as a tree or trying to do anything like that. Or you can simply visualize yourself like an animals and Anki twice. Twice because we're doing the giveaway for the runes and now we're just having the guidance cards. And back to the grounding, you can actually do anything. So any form of an earth element is going to be helping you and letting you actually ground yourself. Personally, I would suggest trying with the tree or any form of an animal. No, I don't think that the rune is affecting Gaia. It's more like when you're trying to directly root with the heart of Gaia, it's affecting Gaia. If you are doing it with something else, I don't think that that is actually affecting Gaia. And give me a second, I'm just going to pick my card. Because he decided to make some mess. Say he. And back to the grounding. There is one more technique. This one I personally love using, and it's very useful one and very simple one. You are getting stones or crystals connected to every single chakra. So you have, for example, clean quartz for the crown, then you have amethyst for the third eye, then you have lapis lazuli for the throat one, then you have the jade for the heart chakra, and so on and so on. And once you have all the stones, you are of course purifying them, you are cleansing them, and you are placing them on your chakras. And simply that's it. You can meditate, and of course it's very suggested that you are meditating when actually doing it, but on the same time you don't have to. It's something you might be actually doing, but I tend to place them on my chakras and simply go to sleep. As simple as it is, the stones, the crystals, are doing the work on their own and simply balancing you and also helping you empower your chakras on the same time, balancing and grounding you. So that's exactly what is very good for grounding and helping you. So that's simple as that. You might of course trying to ask Gaia to ground you, but As much as I know she might be not always willing to do so, it depends on your relation with the Gaia as a goddess, honestly. But you might try that. I never tried that. Somebody once suggested that for me, but I never tried that. So you might be also trying to make some sort of an bag or a mojo bag or something like that. But on the same time, it can be working for a while, but again, every tool needs to be purified. So if you are ignoring it and not purifying it and not working with it correctly, then it's not gonna work as much. If you want to ground yourself, anything connected to Gaia in that bag is actually something which needs to be done. And Anki is okay. I will later poke you how to do that next time. But okay, the grounding itself, as I mentioned, is something which is going to help you not only with the emotions, but also with your spiritual practice, because it's connecting you deeper with the earth element, it's connecting you deeper with the physical realm. But you need to also remember that the earth element is connected with the creation. Grim Reaper, for me, it's fine. It's something, yes, what I am doing with the grounding too. And also it's something which is actually helping helping in general, because once you are grounding, usually are not in a good state, at least for me, then you are simply focusing on doing everything. So it's like grounding, cleansing, shielding. These are the three most important things I am doing every single time. And grounding helps you to get to get things done, then cleansing, and then shielding to prevent any negative energy. And yes, Anki, night but one. No one is interested in the grounding and some Grim Reaper, it seems. We have some people in general watching us, but they are not interacting. So if they are not interacting, then simply no one else is getting the giveaway, I suppose. Or if no one is going to get it, I will just do the second one as a collective reading for the next time, I suppose. Okay, so Grim Reaper, as you want the second giveaway, I am going to show you the decks, and you're going to tell me which one you want me to do the reading for you from. So, Grim Reaper, first one, Alice in the Wonderland, Heal Yourself, Oracle of the Shapeshifters, Dragon Oracle, Goddess Power, Beyond Lemuria, and the Shadow and Light. So you can choose one of them, and I am going to keep my card again. He's literally making a mess by trying to throw around my bin, so I don't like him for today. Okay, he's kicked out of the room for now. Okay, let me try to look, because I am just doing the guidance readings for today, but let me see. I suppose I would choose between these two. if you want. Just choose one of them. They might actually helping you. This the one is Beyond Lemuria and the Shadow of Light or Light. You have two decks to decide. Decide for one. Grim Reaper. Okay, so Beyond Lemuria. That is gonna be simple one. Okay, so we're going with the 3 cards for your question. The first one is She of the Lotus. The second one is Aether. And the last one is Earth. Actually, let's talk about the Earth. And okay, let me look for the meanings of the cards, because not all are actually familiar with me. Okay, so She of the Lotus is actually calling you to some sort of a shadow working and trying to addressing the dissonance, and something like something is affecting your powers and something is actually holding you back from being whole. There is some sort of a memory which is actually lost for you, and you need to dig it up in the murky waters. You need to find it and bring it to the light so you can heal it and move from it. So once this card is appearing, you need to look for any unconscious patterns that might be running you. Are there elements of you need to take out of the trash, dust off and reabsorb? Shadow can be painful or tender to touch. Sensitivity in area can be a trigger that shows us where we might want to spring clean some of our darker, forgotten or ignored hidden corners. Accepting our shadow is the first stage in restoring ourselves to wellness and self-love. So at this point, I would say that this what you are seeing, these images are triggering you into some sort of a shadow working, into focusing on your past life shadow working, even I would say, to see more of that betrayal and everything, why it happened on the first place. Because it looks like you need some sort of memories which are affecting you with it, and that you need to find these memories inside of yourself, because they are inside of yourself. You're just trying to ignore them, or your soul is trying to ignore them at this point. So this might be also a calling here. The Ether in this time is actually trying to bring you into balance at some point, into balance, and illuminate the space of no distraction and pure potential beyond the threshold. It is the silent meditative moment out of the time. It is also a place where all our dreams are birthed, and it's the light we may fear to be the darkness born. So it's like everything is created in the altar here, and everything is in between. And on the same time, this is the place where we are before we reincarnate. from where we are here and the choose where we go. So it's like an, again, you're having the shadow working, you're having the place before reincarnation here, and you're trying to run away from it. And on the same time, you're trying simply to bring this energy into your own consciousness of this. And the last card here is the Earth, and I suppose the Mother Earth is simply calling you. The Earth is actually some sort of a natural energy, natural beauty of death and decay, but on the same time of creation. So this is actually calling you to find your roots, your foundations, and your original lifetime on the same time. So I would say that you're seeing this, you're seeing these visions because this is what happened, but you need to find out what exactly happened. It's like the visions are giving you some sort of an starting point, but there is much more which you are not aware of yet, and you need to find out why actually this happened. So you need to dig out these memories. Doesn't matter how painful they are, doesn't matter how strongly your soul is resisting it, and then everything will be more clear. So these visions are simply calling you to dig it more and trying to actually help you. On the same time, I can only say from my own personal perspective that every single person on the earth who are related with the magic in general, they are spirits which decided to reincarnate here. So we are all spirits in the human body, not humans who are trying to ask us. We are the spirits, but we need to learn our lessons and do whatever we need to do. So that's what is the most important, Green River. And hello, Julie. As you won the giveaway, I am going to give you a choice. We are doing just simple guidance readings, and for now you can choose Beyond Lemuria, Shadow and Light, Goddess Power, Dragon Oracle, Shapeshifters, Heal Yourself, and Alice in the Wonderland. So which one you want me to use for your reading? Grim Reaper, yes, it might bring you energy of the memories, but on the same time you need to do some shadow working. If you are really into shadow working and want to working with the goddess, personally I would suggest Lilith, because shadow working with her worked pretty nicely for me. And yes, of course, Julie, Alice in the Wonderland, Heal Yourself, Shapeshifters Oracle, Dragon Oracle, Goddess Power, Shadow and Light, and Beyond Lemuria. Okay, Shadow and Light. Do you want any specific question or just general one? Grim Reaper, yes. The water energy in general is helping with emotions, and our past lives are connected with the emotions, but I will also suggest using some sort of an air element, because air is connection to the knowledge, so that might be also something very important here. Okay, Julie, just ask your question and I will be doing your reading with these cards. Okay, let me see what I can get about your moving. Okay, so the first card here is Sea Serpent. The Sea Serpent is calling you literally to stay calm, patient, and don't worry about the things. Whatever will happen is not something which should be actually affecting you negatively. I am just trying to look at the number of the card. And in general, the Sea Serpent is very, very positive card. It's also calling you that there is a time of the great change, but you need to tune with your deep inner voice and follow your radar, your heartbeat in your very self. You will find the way home through all this chaos and wreckage. The old world is gone, the new world is yet to be found. The journey will continue for some time, but trust. Trust, and follow the compass of your inner guidance. Listen, check in with your wisdom, and go to that direction. You are more adaptable and flexible and able to survive than you know. Interest in the lands of Lemuria and Atlantis and memories of these lands may be resurfacing. But in general, Sea Serpent is calling you for the patience. Yes, you will be moving, and not very, very soon, but yes, it will be soon, and you are just on the start of changes in your life. So it's like not in very few days, but very, very soon. On the same time, we are having Fairy of the Divine Hand. This card is simply calling you to remember that you are the child of the divine, that you need to remember and following your intuition. You need to hear the warnings your intuition is calling you and sending you. There is something which you don't want to find and you don't want to acknowledge on your own, and there is also something that you need to find out and simply focus on it. On the same time, you need to remember that you're seeing the temptations which might be given to you and which might be simply affecting you, but your intuition is trying to call you out of them. There is a reason for it. You need to simply pause, be quiet, clear, and listen to your inner self, because your inner self always knows what is best for you. And then we have a Ghost of the Pumpkin Path. This is the one more card, which is actually trying to show you that there is something very, very familiar, but you are ignoring it. Again, it's calling you to listen to your intuition and don't let any sort of blindness coming to you. So it's asking you to see the abundance all around you. Even if you are moving out, there are things which might be actually appreciated in that, new wishes to create and harvest, and also there is much more than you can imagine surrounding you. So whatever you are going to do, it's positive change, but you need to stop worrying and trying to focus on this change in general. It's like the cards are telling you to be patient, listen, and see what you are ignoring, because you are ignoring things, and most likely is something very positive which is going to happen, but again, you are ignoring it from happening in general. So that's the reading for you. And okay, as we had a topic about the past lives, I want to actually do share something more with that Grimoire. If you're about the past lives, first thing which I might suggest is going into Akashic records. If you know how to go there, just go there and focus on Akashic and try to find your books there. If you cannot do that for some reason, or you have issues with Akashic records, you might be calling upon Archangel Metatron. But yeah, you prepare yourself because he can be sometimes very weird. And Julie, you don't know how to do what? Because I am just talking now to the Grimoire, but if you don't know how to listen to your intuition, I would simply suggest that you meditate and simply calm your mind. Start meditating, start cleansing your mind, and simply observe what is around you. The best way to cleanse your mind is simply, for me personally, is meditating with something. So even if you're staring at one object and simply relaxing yourself and watching yourself, this is something which might be helping you. On the same time, I know some people enjoy music, some people just need to have nothing around them and surrounding them and just pure darkness and nothing else, and that's also fine. Find your way to meditation. And once you will meditate, you will notice that you are more in tune with yourself. You can always try to focus on your heart chakra, try to learn about the chakras, try to focus on the heart chakra. And once you are actually doing it, then simply listen to yourself. You can find guided meditations too to connect you with your higher self or something like that, or with your intuition. If that's something you enjoy, you can try that one too. That's fine. Anything is fine. For me personally, I simply connect. I just don't do it even consciously at times. So that's what is happening for me. But when I was starting, there was one exercise with the meditation I was actually doing. It's like try to sit still in this very moment. It's very good to do actually when you are in travel or doing something. Obviously not if you are driving and you are the driver, but if you are a passenger and you are driving, just observe for a moment, still yourself, still your mind, and observe everything and everyone around you, and try to be in tune with everything surrounding you at the same time. It's hard to explain how to do that, but after a few times you will grasp what I mean. And that is what is very strongly helping you to connect yourself with everything and your intuition at the same time. So you're observing, trying to be like on high alert on the same time, and catching all of the noises, simple movements, everything at once. It's very hard on the start, but after a few times you will know what I mean. And Green Reaper, if yes, Akashic might be helping. And as for the mother spirit of the waters, yes, I suppose she might be bringing them too. The water energy in general connects to emotions, and yes, you can even use crying to find the memories. This was something I was doing before, so you might be actually getting into water crying and try to look for that memories and call the goddess you are working with. And water crying is very simple. And Julie, Akashic records are like one huge library where all the knowledge of this universe is. So it's like your ever lifetime in the reincarnation or anything like that is inside of that library, and you can find out anything you need about yourself or the others in the library itself. Maybe I should do a topic for the next time about the Akashic records. That would be something nice to do. If you want me to do, of course. And Grim Reaper, as I mentioned, you might be actually going to scrying. Just place a bowl of water, call the goddess, and try to scry into the water. That's the most simple way to actually describe it. And okay, Julie, well, I am going to go again solo on the next week, so you might join and learn. And I can do the topic for the Akashic Records. I actually wanted to ask which topics you want me to focus on, but we already have one. That's a nice one. I like the Akashic Records. So I suppose I will be doing a very simple reading for everyone in general, for the collective, and I want to use the runes again as we were doing it before. So let's bring something for the collective with the runes before we'll be finishing for today. One, two, three, 4, and 5. Okay, we have 5. The first one is a Juve. Then we okay, that's empty one. So let's place this one. The oak. Then we have aspen. Then we have willow. And then we have honeysuckle. That's an interesting one. Okay, so the runes for the collective, as I mentioned before, we're just going to go with runes, the Ogham runes, if somebody doesn't know. And as I mentioned before, we're just going to go with the basic reading. Okay. The first one, the past, is a Jove, and that one is simply calling on the patient. So the time of patience and rebalance is over, and right now some truth was already showing up, ending, and the new beginning is starting. This is what is very good one for the past, representing the past. So new things were starting, old ones were ending, new things were starting, and the piece was already ahead at some point, so the change is already over here. Then we are getting the oak. The oak is connected to our wisdom. This is very important and strong rune here, especially with the oak being a very important tree in the Celtic tradition in general, because oak is usually showing up that we are in need to gain some sort of a knowledge, but on the same time is also helping us connect deeper with everything we are doing. Okay, I am having here the oak, and it is teaching you strength, security, and ability to sustain growth over the length of time and through varied circumstances. So right now we're learning, we're improving. It's also opening the doors of your perception and helping you to actually grow anything, materially, intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually. And is very strongly connected to the earth element. And today is all about the earth element. So it's a pretty good topic here. But again, this is right now. So you're learning, you're improving, you're opening yourself and experiencing everything what you need. And then the future, this is the aspen. And the aspen, where's the aspen? I'm sorry, I'm trying to find all. Aspen. So this is the rune of communication, connection between the words, and also between the individuals. It's driving more life forms, enthusiasm, and moving on, and actually listening to your inner perceptions, listening to your intuition and messages of the spirits. It's bringing you messages from your elders and the spirits in general. So this is the future. Once you will actually learn and balance yourself properly and open yourself for the new, you will be deeper connected with the spirits. So as for the collective, this rune is very, very strong and is very, very helpful. This is exactly what we might need. Something what you need to let go of. This is the rune of willow. The willow is here. Willow, so something you need to let go of is a balance, harmony, and being in tune with your feelings. Okay, that's an interesting one. So something we need to let go of is simply forgiving attitude and healing. We are not supposed to be healing, we are not supposed to be very soft as a collective, but we are simply trying to be stronger and being deeper connected with the spirits on their own. On the same time, we have a honeysuckle, which is going to be improving us. That's actually a word connection, because the honeysuckle on its own, it's actually connected with the energy of the female, but it's also the soft energy. This is actually energy which we should actually improve here. It's connecting with the others, with the spirits, growing, and actually connecting deeper with the feminine energy. But on the same time, we are not supposed to heal and focus too much of the emotions, just of the energy of the water and the feminine energy in general, to bring us more harmony. It's like opening yourself, opening your heart, but don't being too soft and don't being too forgiving. It's time to release some sort of an energy. It's time to release some feelings and regret and sadness, but on the same time, it's like you are not ready to be forgiving yet. You are not ready to be actually focusing too much of on the energy of forgiving and healing. It's not the time yet. This time will come in the future, the more far future, but right now you need to actually focus on learning, improving yourself, and deepening your communication with the spirits. So that's what this reading is calling you upon. So you have a week for the next time with me, and then we're just going to focus on something new, probably on the Akashic records. So thank you for joining me today. I suppose that might be everything for today, and see you next time. I'm just going to switch it off.